morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Bgsn. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Juliet. Today we are going to take a look at an overview of Forensic Lab, the new posters in the bathroom, and as always, sports.
But first, we would like to throw it over to Garrett for this week's weather forecast.
Thanks, Alyssa. This week is looking chilly, being around the high 30s and low 40s, with the exception of Friday. But for today, we'll start at a high of 40 and a low of 30, with a mere 8% chance of rain. Tomorrow, we'll have a high of 37 and a low of 27, with a 10% chance of rain. Wednesday, we'll have a high of 45 and a low of 28, with again a 10% chance. And Thursday, we'll stay in the 40s with a high of 43 and a low of 30. We will finally be in the 50s with a high of 51 and a low of 43, with a 20% chance of rain on Friday. And that is all for this week's weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
In California, there continues to be two fires that's currently 91% contained after burning 96,949 acres and killing 3 people. On Sunday alone, the fire has consumed 150,000 and their 3 lives. There is rain on the forecast for which could help the firefighters with containing the fire, but could also hurt them since Southern California is known to have mud and rock slides when it rains. John Posse has more in-depth information about the fires.
California wildfires are tearing through the wildlife of the beautiful state and have taken many lives. Firefighters are battling the 2 major wildfires in California. The 2 fires are the Camp Fire, which is taking place at Butte County, with 141,000 acres burnt and 63 fatalities, and the Woolsey Fire, which is taking place in Los Angeles, California, with 98,362 acres burnt and 3 deaths. So there have been over 12,000 structures destroyed: homes, businesses, and restaurants. Donald Trump threatened to pull federal funding for California wildfires after he said billions of dollars are given each year with so many lives lost, all because of gross mismanagement of the forest. Remedy now are more funds. After being severely criticized for his comments, Trump is visiting California on Saturday to access the damage of the 2 deadly fires. Both fires are still not contained yet and are still burning. And you can help by donating goods to the Salvation Army. You can donate money to the GoFundMe and Facebook Crisis Report page, or help animals by donating money to the Butte County Animal Shelter. I'm John Paciano, signing off for Bgsn.
Many people celebrate the holiday season in different ways at different times. Josh Parker went out to explain to the world why you don't celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Another year, the final year for John and I. The question of the day: when do you celebrate Christmas?
Now, there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer to this.
John, tell me what the wrong answer is.
Anything before Black Friday,
Okay,
let me tell you something. My mom watches Hallmark Christmas movies just all the time. And I walk in and it'll be, October 27th, and she's
Now listen,
watching a Hallmark Christmas
This
movie.
message specifically is for Mrs. Michelle Dans. Stop it. Go.
My family's always put up the tree after Thanksgiving, but usually some decorations like ornaments, like stuff you set around the house, those sometimes get.
I grew up very close to my great-grandma, and she always told me, don't worry, Christmas is coming if anything ever went wrong. So it's very...
Once again, I don't believe that we've conveyed. Happy holidays. Thank you for watching. I'm Joshua Parker. And this is my good buddy, Jonathan Dans, for Bgsn.
Thanks, Josh. Now here's why you're wrong. As many of you know, I am known for being a Christmas enthusiast, and although I support your opinion, I highly disagree. According to expert Steve McNone, a psychoanalyst, people who celebrate Christmas earlier are happier. There could be multiple reasons for this. Don't believe him? I personally am living proof for this theory. I start celebrating about July, and I'm always happy. So, Michelle Dans, you keep watching those Hallmark Christmas movies, because Christmas season begins when you want Christmas to begin. Only 36 more days.
Forensics class has been up to some interesting stuff this 9 weeks. Marissa spoke with Miss Kimball and discussed what they've been learning about.
I talked to forensics teacher Miss Kimball and asked her what impressions are.
So impressions are any impressions that are made on surfaces that can then be collected. So bite marks, tire marks.
I also asked her about the lab they are currently doing.
So what we just finished was a bite mark lab where they bit into an actual piece of wax, and they had to match their bite marks with a picture, and then I kind of threw the bite marks from the real perpetrator into there, and so they had to learn the measurements and actually put it into a data table and get back the percentage difference for the actual bite.
She also discussed what they're moving into and the details on their next lab.
What we're moving into now is tire tracks. So they look at the wheel depth and the tire length, which sort of helps determine what kind of vehicle it was. And then we'll move into shoe impressions, and they'll be looking at pictures from the O.J. Simpson case trial, which we just finished studying about, and how those footprint impressions.
If you are interested in taking forensics next semester, talk to Ms. Kimball in room 126. This has been Marissa from Bgsn.
Are you looking for a job? Alyssa got more at McDonald's open interviews.
Are you in need of a job this holiday season? McDonald's is hiring. There's a lot of open positions right now, and I talked to new employee Jo Bogard to see how she got her job at McDonald's.
I got my job there on Wednesdays because I do open interviews from like 4 to 7. And you really just go in, you fill out an application, and then you have a meeting, and they kind of just give me a job on the spot.
There are many McDonald's in the Indianapolis area that are in need of new employees. The time and dates are shown here, but open interviews for the Emerson location are every Wednesday 4 to 7. They hire as young as 15, so even freshmen can apply. You can find more information by going to mcdonalds.com and searching your location to find job opportunities.
To get a job at McDonald's just because, like, I mean, it's not that hard and it's a good starter job, and like, their service is terrible, so they probably need help.
You can go to mcdonalds.com or indeed.com for more information. This has been Alyssa for BGSN.
There has been some changes happening in the bathroom. Alexis got more.
The community service class has been looking at ways to improve the bathrooms. I talked to a couple of students on what they think can be improved.
How do you think we can improve the bathrooms?
I think for the boys, like, some of the stalls, like, they don't have doors, so like putting a door on would be like
Good bathrooms.
Fix the dispensers. Get some so people aren't allergic to. Some air fresheners would be nice. And fixing the sink.
If you have any more suggestions on how to make the bathroom better, please feel free to contact the following emails. This has been Alexis Whiteman from BGSN. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now let's toss it over to Jordan Brickley for sports.
Hello, Hornets, and welcome back to sports. In Pacers news, they had 2 games since our last show, and they had 2 wins. They defeated the Miami Heat 99-91, and they beat the Hawks 97-89. This now puts the Pacers in 3rd for the Eastern Conference behind the Raptors and the Bucks. The Pacers have another game tonight against Dalton Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. On Saturday, Notre Dame beat the Syracuse Orange 36-3, and this gives Notre Dame's claim to a playoff spot stronger. They are currently 3rd in the rankings behind Alabama and Clemson, but in front of the Michigan Wolverines. Tonight, 2 of the best teams in the league will clash when the LA Rams host the Kansas City Chiefs. This game was originally supposed to be played in Mexico City, but was moved due to bad turf. The game will be played at LA. The Chiefs will be looking to move to 9-1 and stay as the first seed in the AFC. The Rams will be looking to rival the Saints for the first seed if they win. Yesterday, the Colts played in the Titans in an important matchup. The Colts would show up and dominate Tennessee. T.Y. Hilton had 155 receiving yards with 2 touchdown catches, and Andrew Luck had 3 touchdown passes and 297 yards. Many people think that Andrew Luck should win Comeback Player of the Year, while others have him in the MVP conversation. The offensive line streak of not giving up a sack is still going. The streak is 45 days and 5 games. Darius Leonard had another great game, as well as an interception of Blaine Gabbert in the 3rd quarter, as well as a forced fumble. He also added on 9 tackles and a sack. On the ground, both Marion Mack and Jordan Wilkins had a touchdown. The Colts would get the win 38-10, and this puts the Colts in the playoff hunt. That's all for your daily dose of BGSN. Okay, that's all for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all for your daily dose of BGSN 10.
Teachers, don't forget to check back tomorrow for our annual teacher show before we get off Thanksgiving break.
Also, don't forget to follow us on social media at BG Student News. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Juliet. Have an amazing Monday, Hornets.